Which corporation's support made the biggest impact on the battlefield? Who scored the most assists during Week 2? Let's find out. Resistance is futile. The conglomerate will arrive and it will aid you. DC rewards are already ordered to be transported to your hangars. You can already claim the first corporation's gift today, but the best ones await you at the end, so launch war robots every day and keep collecting. Now, next week's discipline is beacons. Those hefty tripods lodged into the ground and sending out inviting pillars of light sometimes are the difference between a hard-won victory and a crushing defeat. They have always been the center of fierce competition among the Big Five, and this week it will only intensify. Check out the rewards each corporation is offering to advance their territorial claims. And don't forget the basic ABC rule every commander lives by. Always be capturing, so get those beacons. Recently, we ran a poll on our Discord to see which hangar preset you'd like to play next in our 1 vs 1 team deathmatch skirmish. Here's our winner for Shoggoth All-Star. Now it's time to test the community's choice in battle. Complete the tasks and earn your data pads. As for this weekend's skirmish, wait, why are we seeing an empty map? Aha! Looks like we are playing hide-and-seek. Keep your eyes peeled and find your enemy before they find you. You keep making the Big Five proud with your incredible art. Time to highlight the best pieces once again. Selected artworks will receive a small token of appreciation immediately, but the final results and grand rewards will be revealed in our final video. Stay tuned. Last time we explored how robots and titans evolve from rough concepts into final models, and today it's time to shine a light on another product of this evolution. A certain someone has already leaked this bot from EVILife. You may have seen it on our test server. The spiky four-legged walker is called Shoggoth. Yes, it can do that. That's a bean stretch. Can you guess what it's for? Here's a hint. All weapon systems are trained to aim at target's core. By keeping its head in the clouds, Shoggoth exploits this mechanic. It expertly uses buildings on Springfield, Shenzhen or Rome as cover right at spawn. You get the idea. EVILife has also brought back their signature track technology for this bot. Shoggoth can mark targets like Pathfinder or Waymaker, locking them down and granting bonuses to anyone who finishes them off. The weapon set is quite impressive. We haven't had a bot with 2 mediums and 2 heavies in a long time. And EVILife has just the thing to fill those hard points. You are already familiar with the concept, hello Prisma, but these guns fire a single projectile, not a continuous beam. This projectile starts small and weak, but grows in both power and size, vertically, like a corona or halo turned on its side. When the projectile hits a bot, it stops, but the rest of it continues traveling forward. Under certain conditions, you can even score a double kill with a single shot. The next sneak peek might anger a few chairmen in the conglomerate. Well, maybe don't sketch and discuss your latest developments on paper in front of so many cameras during the games. From what we can tell, following his status success, DC is planning another damage dealer. It features an experimental core that starts the battle cool but can be powered up by absorbing excess kinetic energy generated when firing its weapons. In other words, by dealing damage. You can also heat it up more quickly by activating a built-in weapon. After some overclocking, the reactor begins operating at higher temperatures, unlocking additional features for the bot, like extra weapon slots, for example. Is it safe for the pilot to push it even further? Probably not. Will it bring even more destruction and spread carnage across the battlefield? Absolutely. At the final stage of hitting, the built-in weapon becomes permanently active, and the bot gains a force field for protection as well. So, with a bit of work and patience, this machine turns into a true powerhouse. DC is even considering naming it after a fire god. Can you guess what it will be? To steadily amplify the core, high-temperature energy weapons are essential. You've already seen Torch and Furnace on Waymaker, and DC is now bringing a similar heat effect to robot weapons. This new weapon has been heavily modified. It sacrifices the extended range of its Titan predecessors in favor of a continuous energy beam that locks onto targets within your crosshair. Once engaged, it deals constant damage that gradually increases over time thanks to the heat effect. Staying on target is easier too. The beam can partially curve around cover, leaving enemies with little choice but to retreat out of range as quickly as possible. And it doesn't overheat. Now, what about the classics and the premium lineup? For ultimate enthusiasts, we are introducing both a robot and a Titan. The ultimate Rhino charges back into battle in the next update, this time equipped with Toxin and Venom. Now reworked into yellow poison throwers. While the weapons themselves receive only minor adjustments to increase overall damage, though this may shift towards stronger damage over time after test server feedback. Rhino has undergone significant improvements. It now features an impenetrable physical shield, offers smoother control during its charge, and converts incoming damage taken while charging into damage over time. As for Muromets, it's still too early to reveal all the details of its ultimate version. However, we are planning to enhance its abilities, introduce an ultimate specialization, and remove the lock-on requirement for Bulava and Kisten. More details will be shared on our socials and the test server, so stay tuned. Not long ago, we ran a poll asking if you had any questions about the game, from future plans to robot development. We selected some of the most interesting questions and passed them to the War Robots team. Let's hear the answers.
Do you have a roadmap or any early plans you can share about future maps and more tactical shift-like features?
Good question! We do have some new map mechanics in store. We'll share more in the next episode of MRG Weekly.
Will there be a way to look up equipment or pilots in our inventories? Will there be better filters to organize equipment, such as by faction or release date?
We've already decided to try and improve hangar management with filters first, which leads us to the second part of this question. Yes, we are actively considering equipment filters. Stay tuned to the next video to learn more.
Can we expect a future graphics remaster that significantly improves the overall visual quality of the game?
Graphics are among our top priorities. Another remaster? Probably not. War Robots is currently one of the best-looking mobile shooters as it is, but in some smaller aspects we lag behind. The hangar scene was one of those. We'll keep getting better bit by bit.
Do Atlas sight shields ever break?
In general, absorber shields have near unlimited durability. Why near? That's because of the limitations of the game engine. Once we actually had to strengthen absorber shields by a whole digit cause some weapons in some combinations with pilot skills drawn etc. could destroy a Titan absorber. And it's not how it should work. But you can overcome absorber shields with shield breaker skills or shocked condition.
What's the plans for the future?
This is a broad question, but it's worth zooming out every now and then. In short, there will be plenty of new robots and weapon mechanics, along with gradual technical updates. War Robots is huge, that's part of what makes it interesting. It will keep growing, but to maintain steady footing, it needs solid infrastructure, so fresh experiences and technical stability were equally committed to both.
Will there be a future Ultimate Loki with Gust or Magnum?
There were many questions about Ultimates, but you've hit the mark. There will be an Ultimate Loki, Gust or Magnum, still a mystery.
Will you decorate new hangar, like last update?
Now that we have a new hangar, we're adopting a new approach to decorations. As your mothership comes down from the orbit next update, you'll have a new view from your window. Thank you, Commanders, for your curiosity and for sending in so many great questions. We've decided to reward the authors with a small gift, so if you spotted your questions on screen, be sure to check again. Looking ahead, if you have more questions about War Rabbits, don't hesitate to visit our Reddit or Discord. You'll find plenty of answers there. Alright, it's time to wrap things up. Keep capturing those beacons. Keep chasing elusive teammates and enemies in skirmishes. And don't forget to visit the War Rabbits MRG website. Voting for the best Titan is still underway. And you can win prizes by taking part in the website activities. See ya on the battlefield. Actually, not just yet. Our amazing War Rabbits YouTubers have shared some of their best and funniest moments from games and streams. We've put together a brand new episode of funny moments and highlights. Watch it at the end of this video. And of course, we couldn't leave you without a giveaway. Here's the code. Enter it in the web shop and get a chance to win one of 200 Kelvin flamethrowers. Now that really is all for today. See ya next Tuesday, Commanders!
What the heck's going on? Gee, whoa, what the?
Oh, that's gonna be fun. No! We lost a real one.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Đứng mình kè đây. Con dê chuẩn bị bay ra đấy. Chuẩn bị chạy ra đấy. Nó chạy ra để nó đẩy mình. Ui, trời ơi, mày nghĩ mày đẩy ai? Không được đâu sói ạ. Tưởng mình bay ra khỏi map rồi mà.
Yeah, boy.
Fatality.
Ah, tá pegando a placa, mano. Oxi, oxi, galera.
Lo veo, lo veo, lo veo. Uy, 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 córrete, no te vayas, no te vayas. Uy, uy, uy. Uy, 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 uy. Uy, uy, dame, güey. Ah.